This one tip will help change your golf swing forever, and this could well be one of the simplest YouTube videos you ever watch, but also one of the most important YouTube videos you watch. Hi everyone, my name's James and welcome back to Get Good at Golf. On this channel we aim to help you get better at golf one day at a time. Did you like that? That's new, that. Yeah, we'll keep that. I'm going to keep that in as well, guys. So this channel is brand new, guys. Make sure you subscribe if you want to get better at golf. Now back to the tip. I see so many people in lessons or when I'm playing in pro-ams who don't set up correctly to the golf ball. They don't stand at the golf ball right. The ball position might be off, the spine angle might be off. But one of the biggest things I see is posture. If your posture isn't correct in a golf swing, say if you're hunched over here, you're never going to get the right strike you want. You're always, from this position, going to pick the club up and then cut across the ball there. You'll see that I've got the shot that 90% of golfers hate, that horrible slice. We do not want to do that. You want to make sure you get in the right setup, in the right posture. When I've spoken to the best golf coaches in the world, they've said I would always rather see a perfect setup than someone who's trying to create the perfect golf swing. There's no such thing as a perfect golf swing, but there is such thing as having the perfect setup to make the best golf swing you can possibly make. So what if my posture is the other way? Because I see people, generally these are the taller people, so not me, stand way too tall like this. And generally that's where you see the opposite. The club will get brought inside here and you'll get far right, the big horrible block to the right out of the toe. If the posture is correct, it kind of eradicates all of those if you do the takeaway properly. If you want to do the takeaway properly, we've already done a video on that with a top secret drill for you to do it. So if I stand properly, how do I get in that right posture? Well, I want to make sure the ball position's right, so that is off my left heel, and I'm going to stand nice and tall. I'm going to bend from my hips and slightly flex my knees. I'm in a position there where I could jump ever so slightly if I wanted to. That's what we call a nice athletic position. If we're not in an athletic position, Laura's laughing because I've said the word athletic and I'm not very athletic at the moment, but from there I can load up properly into the backswing. I'm not going to deviate, I'm not going to lose my posture, I'm not going to crouch down into my posture, I'm going to pivot around that spine angle that's correctly set by that posture. If I do that and take the club away properly, I should then be able to hit a nice golf swing. You'll see that I've actually lost my balance a little bit. That's nothing really to do with posture, that's just tendency I'm trying to get out of my golf game as well. Guys, that is how you can change your golf swing with your driver. But what about your irons? I know someone that can help.
So if we're talking irons now, and the one tip to hit your irons better is we still need to get the setup just like James said. So first thing, like we mentioned on the tee, is we're feeling that if we were stood up tall, we're bending straight over from the waist. We then add a little bit of knee bend, and the arms are just swinging naturally, so they're underneath your shoulders. We're not out reaching for that. It's not too close in between your legs, because this is the kind of postures we do see a lot on the teaching bay. So you've got to think there, I've bent from the waist, a little bit of knees, and I just let my arms fall. But then one thing we want to think about is where the weight is in your feet. A lot of people get the club a little bit too far away, the weight gets into the toes, and then from there it's very hard to make a swing without losing balance. So what they'll see, if the weight is in the toes, we'll start to see the left shoulder drop and the club get very steep on the way back. From this position, we're then trying to have to reroute that. People will come out of the posture, and then all things can go wrong. They can lose it to the right, lose it to the left, and that's all from the weight being straight into their toes. The opposite guys are the ones who have a little bit too much knee bend, weight gets into the heels, and like James said on the tee, from there, club will start to work very shallow. These are the guys who then from there come over the top, and we start to see all sorts of different divot patterns, all sorts of different start lines, and we have no consistency. So when you're on the driving range, what you can do is grab an alignment stick, put it straight underneath your feet, so you're standing on that, and we want to see that the weight is right in the middle there. So if somebody was going to push you, you wouldn't fall forwards, you wouldn't fall back. And if we want to know if we are one of those kind of people who do have our weight in the toes or the heels, what we can do is hit a shot, hold our finish. I've lost that ball to the right, and you can see I haven't quite turned properly. The weight is all in the front of my left foot, and that's encouraged the path out to the right, the face is open, and I've lost that ball to the right. We're going to start to see the opposite. If you hit a shot and you're falling back, which often James does, we might see the ball turn over and go to the left. We fall back, the club head passes, and we don't get the ball starting on line. So hit some shots on the driving range, start to see which is you. Are you the person that falls forward? Are you the person who falls backwards? Get that alignment stick underneath your feet, and you might clearly see it set up that you're favouring one side of the foot or the other. So in there now nicely, I'm going to think, right, I want to feel nice and solid. I've bent from the waist, a little bit of knees. I'm not leaning forwards into the toes, and I'm not sat back. And then from here, I should be able to make a good swing and hold my balance. You can see in my finish there, the weight is throughout the left foot. My right foot from down the line, you can see the bottom of my shoe. I've got a good interaction with the ground, and everything is pointing to the target. I can take feedback from there. I'm then going to be able to work out why I might have hit a bad shot. If you can do that whilst you're out here playing, it doesn't become a long round. If you hit one on the first hole, we can try and correct that by the second. We don't want it to be a day of great. It's just going to be one of those days, and I can't wait to get to the bar. So guys, hopefully that helps you. James has given you the tips on the tee. I've given you the tips here, and we'll see you again tomorrow.